Hey, JB from DragonDen Productions here. Today, we have Raphael as the Wolfman from NECA Toys and Universal Monsters. Let's dig into this. All right, here we have Raphael as the Wolfman from NECA Toys and Universal Monsters. This is quite a large box, very thick. Raphael's the Wolfman. You get a nice little picture down here, NECA and Real Toys logos there. On the back there, full moon frights. Well, let's hope it's not a full moon tonight, everybody. You can see some of the past. There's Leonardo, which we already did a review on. Casey Jones, Donatello, and Michelangelo is the mum. Yeah, Michelangelo is the mummy, and Donatello is the Invisible Man. Then you can open up the clamshell. It's got that little Velcro bit there. And you can see the figure. It's an awesome picture of him on the side here. Let's see here. Looks like with Raphael, we get the figure himself, an additional head. That looks like it's going to be a bear trap. When we dig into it, we'll see more. Multiple sets of hands again, just like we did with Leonardo, and his two psi weapons. All right, well, let's dig into this. And here we have Raphael out of the box with all of his accessories. We'll start with the figure. He looks really good. He's got this nice olive green shirt, some bluish gray pants, the detailing, the shell, that almost gives it a fur texture for the whole Wolfman appearance. You have this belt that looks like it can hold his size. Let's just try to stick one in there quick. Oh yeah, you can hold his size right in there. Very nice. All right, set that aside. We'll get to those here in a minute. All right, let's talk about articulation. First off, you have the head. Now, look either way. Go all the way towards the back, it looks like. His bandana gets in the way a little bit, but that's also got a little bit of a pivot joint there, you can see. So you can move it. He has a double neck joint. So he has a neck joint down here towards the bottom. Try to get it on camera a little bit easier. And then also up in the head itself. So you can move forward. So you can look down and then look up. Kind of give him a snarling appearance. You can look back. You can't look up super high, but if you wanted to get a whole looking at the moon effect, I think you could pull it off pretty well. Side to side pretty well. Give tilt or tilt that way. Same there. All right. Now arms, we can go straight up with the arms. And actually, he can't go all the way around. He gets blocked by a shell. But he gets pretty good. So if you want to do him throwing somebody, you can definitely do that. Let's see here. Go out to the sides. His arms get blocked by that shell again there. But I mean, he's a turtle. What do you expect? So you can only go about that far straight out. But that should be enough. All right. Let's see here. Obviously all the way down by his side. Now elbows. He has a pivot joint in the elbow. So you can go all the way around 360 degrees. About straight out. That's about as straight out as it gets. But it's got a nice double elbow. So you can get a nice, good bend in both elbows. So that's really nice. The elbow pads on this one don't get into the way as much as it did on Leonardo. So that's really nice. Let's see here. Waist. He does have a waist pivot. It's not much, but he does have it. The shirt kind of catches the belt there, and then the belt tightens and loosens. There's enough slack there. You can get a little bit of a pose going with that, so not bad. Now, let's make it look like his arms aren't broken anymore. Move them up. How's that sound? There we go. All right, now, legs. He can just about do the splits. All right, nice. Nice detailing in the hair as well. You can see that. All right. Forward kick. Let's see how he does against Leonardo. He gets a bit more than Leo did. Not as much on this leg because of all the detailing of the musculature of the leg, but move it to the side a little bit or give it a little bit of a twist, you can get more. So you can almost have him sitting perfectly. All right. Backwards. Once again, nothing. Not going back any further than that. But let's get to those knees. Double jointed knees again. You can get, get pretty good there. Not the worst, not the best. All right. Oh, my hand slipped. All right, now, interestingly enough, just like a wolf or a dog, he does have a bit of a joint there. Now, I did soak him under warm water for a bit because it looks like this leg should bend forward and back way more than it does, but it doesn't really. But it does have very nice side-to-side pivot right there at that joint here. So you can move them inward pretty well. You can move them completely outward. There you go. You can really see where that joint is there. So it's a little ball joint there, it seems. All right. He does have a little bit of ankle pivot. Not a whole lot there, but the ankle does move forward and back a tiny bit as well. So you get a little bit of a, I guess it'd be easier if I showed you on this foot. So he's got a little bit of scruff. It looks like fur here. Kind of gets in the way of it moving back and forward anymore. He does also have toe pivot. So you can move back pretty far on those. Then just forward. You can't go any further than flat foot there. So, all right. The face, man, that detail is nice. Nice snarling look. Scruffy hair on the top. All right. So he does come with an alternate head. I'm not super thrilled with this one, but I think I may have an idea for it. Here's the alternate head. Kind of, I don't know. It looks a little goofy to me. Hair's slicked back more. It's not as wild as on the other head. Kind of gives it the feel of maybe when he's transforming into the werewolf, he doesn't exactly know what's going on. It also has the pivot for the bandana. So you can move that around and then another way, and you can see it just kind of goes in there with a ball joint. Kind of like the arms or the hands do as well. All right. Hands. We have two different sets of hands, not including the, monstrous hands that, come on, man, those nails look really nice. So, oh, he didn't do the ankle or the wrist pivot. I'm sorry. Wrist pivot. You can go about that far in, but he can get decently out. Not the greatest, not the worst. Definitely more than the ankles. So both hands do about the same. Ah, my glove got stuck there. So get some nice I'm chasing you poses. See what you would expect from the Wolfman. Anyway, sorry about that. Back to the alternate hands. All right, we have a pair of closed fists. Left and right. There we go. Real nice detail. Nice. The joint there moves nicely. Now, the weapon holding hands. Here's my dilemma. Those fingers are not attached to each other, so in theory you could get the sai in there, but both of the sais have really big ends on them. Trying to get that past those hands is going to be a trick. I am going to suggest doing the warm water method because the pointer finger moves a little bit. These don't have a whole lot of give to them. And the thumb, man, that feels really tight. I would highly suggest warming these up somehow before trying to force those weapons into his hands, because you're probably going to break them. I'm not thrilled with these. It looks like it'll hold them nice and tight once they're in there, but oof, not great. Wow, his arm looks like he broke it. It's not, I promise. All right, let's go to these weapons. The Sai. Very neat weapons here. So one of them has what looks like a wolf's head to a star or a moon. Then it looks like it's got a bone as a cross member, and then nice metal effect. The other one looks like it's got a nice bone on the end. Then more bone, and then obviously more metal, and then leather wrapped around the handle on both. You can see the wrapping is different on each of them too, so very nice. And they do fit in his waist belt, so that's a really nice feature. So even if you don't pose them with the weapons in hand, you could still have it on the figure. Now, like Leonardo came with a turtle as an accessory. This one comes with what looks like a bear trap with a chain. It does articulate, so it opens up. I mean, it opens up completely. This does rotate around. Got a nice little chain. It's plastic, but it's nice. It looks like it's tattered. I take that back. This is actually metal. The chain is metal, so that's nice. Now, my idea for that other head, other than screaming, you get a leg caught in that bear trap. Like so. I think pretty well that you'd have a look on your face like, uh-oh. I think this head would look great with a bear trap around the ankle or even on the arm, like, oh, I messed up. So, anyway, I know that's just me though. You do your figure the way you want to do your figure. That's what collecting's all about. Man, does that look good. That detailing. You know, this fabric is a nice rubbery texture. All right, let's get to the review of it. Let's see here. On Leonardo, I gave him a total of 7.5, maybe 7 3/4 out of 10. I'm going to give Raphael a solid 8. I think the accessories you get with him are kind of cool. I'm not thrilled about the hands. That's a letdown. The fists are fine. The other head, even though it looks a little I think you can find a way to use it and use it well. As far as articulation, I gave Leonardo, what, a 2.5 out of 5? I'm going to give him... I'm going to give Raphael 3. Maybe 3.5. Still, not being able to kick back. I mean, kicking forward's better, so I mean, he's going to get a better score. These ankles are weird. And I mean, maybe in the future I'll loosen these up and they'll bend more. I'm scared to. It feels like it's going to break if I go too far, and I've soaked them in hot water. So, but good. And I mean, the knees are ratcheted, so I mean, let's see here. I wonder if you can hear it on the mic. Let me put it close to the mic. You can actually hear it clicking into position, so that's nice. Having the waist movement's nice. So I'm gonna give them 3. We'll stick with a 3. I almost went to 3.5, but I think we'll stick with 3 because the hands not being able to hold anything really well. I mean, good lord, I just don't. I'm scared to do this, but let's see. Yeah, there's no way, especially with these gloves on, I'm gonna get this weapon into this hand. Just no way. You know, it's not like the end comes off or anything where you can slide it down in there and stick the end back on. That might have been a better option. But you do what you can do, I suppose. All right, well, I think that about does it for Raphael. Oh, we didn't give a measurement. He stands about 7 inches tall with his hands down, just flat. We go all the way up with his arms. About another inch. So you're looking at about 8 inches total. So, all right. Well, that was our review on Raphael as the Wolfman. Rawr. Hopefully it's not a full moon. Well, all right. Well, that's been my review on Raphael as the Wolfman. Stay tuned for the next one in the line, if there is a next one. I would assume they're still going to do Donatello and Michelangelo. But thanks for watching.
Hey, here's another DragonDen video you might like.
And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button.
And you can hit the notification bell if you'd like to know when our videos come out.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.